Long ago, two monks, an elderly master and his young disciple, were traveling back to their monastery after a long journey. It had rained heavily, and when they reached a river, they found the waters rising and the current rushing fiercely. Standing by the bank was a young, beautiful woman. She was dressed in fine silks and looked deeply distressed, unable to cross the turbulent water without ruining her clothes or being swept away. The younger monk, remembering his strict vows to never touch a woman, quickly lowered his eyes and ignored her, wading through the water alone. But the older monk did something unexpected. He walked up to her, smiled, and asked, "Would you like me to help you across?" The woman nodded with relief. The old monk then lifted her onto his shoulders, carried her steadily through the rushing current, and set her down gently on the opposite bank. She bowed in gratitude and went her way, while the two monks continued their trek in silence. As they walked, miles passed, but the silence felt heavy. The younger monk was fuming. His brow was furrowed, his steps were agitated, and his mind was a whirlwind of judgment. Finally, as the gates of the monastery came into view, he could no longer contain his frustration. "Master, how could you do that? You have always taught me that we must avoid contact with women, yet you picked her up and carried her on your shoulders." The old monk stopped, turned to his disciple with a calm and compassionate gaze, and replied, "I set that woman down by the river hours ago. Why are you still carrying her?" Life is like that river, constantly moving. If you must face a challenge or help someone, do it fully. But once it is done, leave it at the riverbank. Do not bring it home. Do not carry it into your future. Your shoulders were meant for the lightness of the present, not the weight of the past. Is there something from your riverbank that you are still carrying today? The core lesson of this story is the art of psychological letting go. It distinguishes between a physical action and the mental attachment we form toward that action long after it has ended.